Hey guys, it's ZeroMethanol from DoubleCrossedGaming, and I'm joined by JesterLogic, and we're going to be going through the patch notes for the 2nd of February.
The patch, the big one.
Indeed.
Hearing about. So there's quite a lot to change. This might be a bit of a hefty video, but do stick with us.
As you can see from what's on the screen now, they've changed everything.
Everything.
Yeah, very nice 3D model spinning around in the middle as well.
Reminds me a lot of Splinter Cell Conviction. The menus in that were awesome as well. Right, let's go on down the notes then.
What should we look at first?
I'll start at the top and I'll just go down, I guess. Major highlights. There is a new UI on all of the front end menus. Many aspects of the new UI are still work in progress, so please forgive any issues and so on. Obviously, I'm assuming they can still see that now.
Yep. Yeah. I'm on the class selection screen.
Well, we'll get to classes now though.
Alright.
The class and purchase systems have undergone major overhaul. The new system allows greater customization within a given class. Among the highlights, there's now 9 classes of 12. They removed the jumper, the ranger, and the scrambler, or say removed. They've sort of merged classes.
Yeah, you may notice now from the class selection. I can't even say that. From my class selection screen, there is no ranger, no scrambler, and no jumper.
They've merged the ranger with the soldier, so now the soldier can get an assault rifle and a thumper. Not at the same time. You can't have at the same time you can't have like a spin fuser and an assault rifle though.
Yeah, for instance, you can't have 2 primary weapons because the assault rifle is the ranger's primary and the spin fuser is the soldier's primary. So you can't have both, sadly.
Yeah, and they combine the raider with the scrambler and the jumper with the pathfinder.
Yeah, so basically, if you were to play Ranger now, jeez, bad day for me. If you were to play Raider now, you could choose between the Arcs Buster or the grenade launcher. I don't know. I think the grenade launcher is a pretty solid choice, isn't it?
Yeah, especially for capping, it can clear off the flag a bit easier. Right, new players receive the Pathfinder, Soldier, and the Juggernaut classes at the start instead of just the Soldier and the Ranger, which was before, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Each class has a default loadout associated with it. That includes your armor, a prime weapon, a secondary weapon, a belt item, pack, and 2 perk slots. You may unlock alternative weapons for each slot using XP or gold.
Yeah, on that subject, all the tokens that you had previously are now converted to XP. I believe a 1:8 ratio, so you get 8 times as much EXP as you had tokens. Any tokens of gold that you spent will be refunded as well, so no need to worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, how many did we have? I think I had like 1.5 mil or something.
Yeah, and I had 1.7 million or something, so it's
I think
pretty good.
I remember someone saying it takes about 3 mil to completely unlock everything and upgrade everything, so... right, where were we? The class-specific skill trees have been removed and replaced by weapon-centric and armor-centric upgrade systems. The upgrades are still unlocked even using XP. So you can unlock your, say, your spin fuser and then your armor set. Your armor set will be most of the old kind of default class options like extra health and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool being able to choose, customize a bit more than you could.
Yeah. Perks have been overhauled with this patch. There's 18 perks in the game, 9 assigned to perk 1 and 9 assigned to perk 2, so there are limitations to what perks you can run together now. You unlock perks using XP or gold. Once perks are unlocked, it can be used in all 9 classes, and they can also be upgraded again. Like, I think, is it Egocentric that removes whiteout effect on yourself when it's fully upgraded?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Perks now have upgrades can be purchased. Yeah, bloody. Just said that one. 16 new weapons have been added to the game.
I'm actually looking at the Merv launcher now, which... correct me if I'm wrong, but you fire it in the air and it splits into 3 or something?
Yeah, it like scatters into a big area of effect. It covers more ground but does less damage per thing, so it's gonna be quite good for clearing flags, kind of as well as the original one. It's gonna have a different playstyle to it, I think. I don't think it explodes on impact over a certain distance either, so you won't get the artillery achievement with it.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say a new Crossfire Team Deathmatch map's been added. This map is an early iteration and is not the final intended artistic design, and so on. Several new Rabbits maps have been added. I can't talk today either. Using previously released Team Deathmatch maps as the base, and tokens have been entirely removed.
I'm just going to jump into a quick Bella game quickly, so I can show the new base as well.
Yeah. Okay, now weapon and balance. It's kind of one of the bigger sections with all the different weapons and stuff. Right, the following class has been condensed, the jumper has been removed, and most of the jumper's weapons and gear are now available on the Pathfinder. The sawed-off shotgun is now a technician secondary weapon. The Ranger has been completely removed, and all of the Ranger's weapons are available on Soldier. And the Scrambler has been removed, and the Scrambler's weapons and gear are now available on the Raider.
Indeed.
Right, here's all the new weapons. The light assault rifle for the Pathfinder, which is a burst fire rifle. Explosive nitrons, which are nitron grenades to do more damage, as far as I know. The phase rifle, which is a new sniper rifle, which is does damage based on how much energy you have, and it'll knock you down to, I think it's about 20 from a full charge shot. The Falcon automatic pistol, which is another sniper, sentinel even, sorry, secondary, it's like a auto pistol, obviously. T5 grenade, which is a new sentinel grenade. The stealth spin fuser, which is now usable by the infiltrator.
Very interesting, that move.
Yeah, that means they're going to be capping a lot more, because obviously you can do spin fuser jumps with them. Prism mines, which is the infiltrator. Thumper, the large version for the technician. Basically a bigger thumper.
Yeah.
It does more damage than the medium spin fuser, I think, by looking at the graph. Haven't actually tested how much yet, though. Sparrow pistol is moved to the technician secondary. Motion sensors are deployed by technicians, which are, I think, they're just a limited radar, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's a radar that doesn't require energy or to be alive, basically. Could be very useful.
Yeah, it could be cool. The MIRV launcher, it's a Juggernaut scatter mortar thingy. The X1 LMG, which is a light machine gun used by the Juggernaut, which replaces the spin fuser, although you can still use spin fuser MKD. Disc toss, which is a Juggernaut belt item, which is basically like Tron, where you throw a spin fuser disc at a firing, because you know brutes are hardcore like that.
Sounds pretty badass.
Oh yeah. The heavy bolt thrower, which is a bolt launcher even. Which is a Doombringer
Yeah, you can't throw everything in the game, sadly.
Yeah. Mines, by the Doombringer, and the Nova Colt is now a brute secondary, which is, I think that was originally the sniper pistol. Whew, that's all the big weapon changes out of the way. All perks have been significantly modified and have been combined together. Jesus. Perks have been upgraded that can be unlocked with the... Perks have upgrades that can be unlocked with the XP, and the final upgrade usually provides a new functionality like the immune flashbangs. Reduced damage by roughly 6% on the Ranger's assault rifle, the Raider's SMG, and the Infiltrator SMG. Reduced by 11% on the Tech SMG, which I know a lot of people are going to be happy about because that thing was overpowered as balls. As we would agree.
Yeah.
Updated the reticle on the Doombringer's chain gun, so it does not block the visibility so much. Don't think I've already had that problem, but okie dokie.
They nerfed the radius on whiteout grenades as well, right?
Yeah.
Or the speed you get from them anyway.
Yeah, I think it's down to 20 from like 35 or something. I think that's what I heard Bart say on the stream anyway. Reduced starting clip size to 32 on the Infiltrator SMG. Reduced the saber launcher starting ammo to 8. Increase the damage on the Pathfinder's bolt launcher to be more effective, to be more in line with other medium AoE weapons. Changed the way the looter perk was calculated. It now gives more bonus ammo to all weapons. ST grenades have been removed from the game, replaced with a new option for the Pathfinder, which is obviously the explosive nitrons. Reduced the initial clip size to 28 on the Technician SMG. Fixed a bug that gave extra starting ammo to the Raider without extra starting ammo to the Raider's whiteout grenade even. Reduced initial values on the Juggernaut's regen pack. Reduced damage on the EMP grenades. Enhanced EMP effect in the upgrade track.
It's a shame they reduced the damage on them. They were pretty awesome.
They were pretty meaty though, when they did like 1200, same as a mortar.
Yeah.
Reduced the damage by roughly 8% on the Soldier's Thumper DX, which obviously was originally the Raiders. Reduced the knockback on the Thumper DX to account for damage reduction. I don't think that was necessary at all. I need to stop nerfing that gun. Thinking a bit silly now. Reduced the knockback on the whiteout grenades. Increased damage by roughly 8% on the Juggernaut's fusion mortar. Decreased damage on the Strike's plasma cannon by 18%. Decreased energy recharge rate and the maximum energy on the Strike afterburner. Decreased Strike health by 33%. So that's a lot of Strike nerfs, which is going to kind of make the competitive scene quite happy because at the minute they're rather dominant. I think we can
You know that giant spinning thing in Bella, that above the flag stand?
Mm-hmm.
You can get on top of it and it spins you.
Oh.
It's a bit strange.
Got to enjoy the little things.
Oh, I think I got myself stuck.
I That's not good in the video.
No, we'll pretend this never happened.
Okay, increased effectiveness to non-tracking AoE based projectiles against strikes, so that's like spin fuses and thumper and so on. So that luck or skill shots provide a bigger payoff, so strike's going to be a lot easier to take down now. Which I think was the kind of point of all these nerfs. Added a vehicle boost to the Beowulf, like the strike and the grab slug will have. Shotgun spread has been adjusted to be less random and more reliable, which I'm very happy
That's
about.
good. Definitely.
Reliable is good. All maps may now be used in the roaming on the training menu, which is always a plus. Added the ski challenge mode under the training menu.
We had a look at that. It wasn't that great, really.
No, I got like right to the top and got bored. CTF Bella Omega has significant change to its base layout. This is an early iteration and it's still not in the final or intended art. Are you still on Bella at the moment?
Yeah, just got owned by a turret.
Turrets have also had a buff, by the way.
We think so.
I'm 99% sure they have.
Alright.
CTF Arcs Nevada has a significant change to its interiors. The bases have been moved further apart, 15% difference in over what they used to be. Workplace safety has been installed. Workplace safety has installed security fields over the bottom of the pits.
Oh, I'm going to go have a look at that.
One of the towns was sacked. This is an early iteration and it's not the final intended art. Blah blah blah. CTF Catabatic has additional inventory stations near the generator. Some performance optimization for dry dock, finally.
Yay.
Good. The overhaul carrés, that's from last time as well. And the name of the players on your friends list will be shown as green instead of blue when inside of a match, so long as they're on the same side as you. Which is nice. Means you're not always going, where are you? Where are you? I don't know where you are.
Oh no! The awesome back to front capping route when Arx is gone.
Oh no, that sucks.
Ah, the bastards.
If you're listening, Bart.
Damn you, Bart.
You may now set your active class using hotkeys, which is your numpad by default, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The hotkeys default, yeah.
1 to 9.
Numpad 1 through 9 are configurable under settings keypad hotkeys. Added a simple ammo indicator when in third person mode. A subsystem has been added for users to redeem promotions inside the game using the extras menu. A minimal option has been added to the graphics detail settings. This better optimizes the game for lower end machines, which is nice, you know. Not everyone's running on a monster machine. Oh, excuse me. New base turret fire and projectile sounds. Fix for the wolf howl on Arc Savannah. Yes! Need more wolf howl. All projectile explosions and weapons fire now apply to a low pass filter in close range. What do I mean?
There's force fields above the bottomless pit. You can't get in the bottomless pit anymore.
Yeah. Safety regulations. You know.
It's a shame.
Well,
I'm always a fan of bottomless pits.
Fix an issue with certain weapons damaging the strike pilot when you're shooting any part of the strike and not just the cockpit. So you can shoot the pilot out of the cockpit on the strikes.
Strikes have really been nerfed, haven't they?
Yeah, it's taken a lot. Fix melee grenade and mine animations not properly playing. Tweaked the strike controls, increased reverse thrust, vertical thrust, and added separate pitch yaw sensitivity configuration. Also, the strikes can now drift. I'm very happy about this. If you don't press thrust, if you're going in a straight line, let go of thrust and turn, you'll continue kind of drifting in that same line you're going. So you can sort of fly alongside.
A lot of changes to strikes, hasn't it?
Yeah, well I think it's because they've kind of come to the realization how strong they are in competitive at the minute.
Yeah, I've had lots of conversations with Bart about that.
Yeah. Fixed bug with inventory stations not providing loadouts. Fixed melee grenade and mine animations not properly playing. Tweaked the strike controls, increased reverse thrust, vertical thrust, and added separate pitch yaw sensitivity configuration. So they can now, by the way, they can now drift.
Does that fix the sensitivity so that you don't need a stupid script to fly one anymore?
I have no idea. I haven't fiddled around with it. I'd hope so.
Yeah.
Fix the strike going into a death spiral when no player was piloting it. It's always a plus. Fixed bugs with the inventory stations not providing loadouts. Fixed call-ins not working if you're killed the moment it deducted credits. Fixed the saber launcher being able to instantly lock onto players. I wish I'd had that bug. That would have been nice. Yeah. Fixed players dying when colliding with friendlies or goombaing on friendly enemies.
Oh, I always liked goombering.
For anyone who didn't know, if you kind of jumped on top of someone's head and managed to stay on there for like 4 or 5 bounces, you would instantly suicide. Because you know that's what the cool kids are doing now. Fix friendly players not being able to block tank shots by sitting on the turret.
That was always fun, seeing tanks blow themselves up.
Yeah, one of the more embarrassing things to happen. Fix sound issues with the drop jammer jammed loop playing across the map. Fixed projectile bullets not playing impact sounds properly. Fixed an offline force field colliding with traces, making it appear as if bullets and projectiles were not going through.
It's nice, they're still fixing little bugs as well, really.
Fixed an issue with the asset damage death effect not working properly when you first join the server. Fixed an issue with the sticky projectiles weren't properly exploding, which I know you know about.
Oh yeah, very happy that's fixed. But saying that, I don't see why I'd use the ARX Buster now anyway, now that I've got grenade launcher.
Yeah, I definitely go grenade launcher on that. Fixed an issue with the chain gun loop not ending in a variety of situations. Added a time where all turrets will ignore an invulnerable player to discourage turret farming at turret spawns, at spawn points even, sorry. Mines and grenades...
Wait, say that last point about turrets again?
Added a time where all turrets would ignore an invulnerable player to discourage turret farming at spawn points.
Ah, right.
You can put a technician turret down in the middle of a spawn, basically. Mines and grenades now consume ammo as soon as the button is pressed, allowing the player to pick up ammo while throwing and can be credited for mine-grenade ammo. Zooming in while in third person will kick you back to first person, apparently. Oh, that's cool. Fixed objectives not properly taking damage from bullet projectiles when the player is too close. Fixed an issue where the client could crash or the screen would go black from skiing onto objects. I've had that once. The Beowulf view pitch is now properly limited depending on how inline your view is with the vehicle. When looking the highest you can, when the Beowulf is tilted down the hill, it still properly limits the view, but does allow a higher than previous capable when looking backwards, which one's tilted up apparently. Very sensibly. Fixed vehicle overhead damage numbers being inaccurate. Fixed using a thrust-jump pack when jetting, breaking the jetpack functionality. The jump pack is the exact same as it used to be, by the way, so it's near enough useless still.
Yeah, but Bart says you'll be looking into fixing that.
Yeah, that's going to have some work done on it still. Flags get larger impulse when landing on vehicles, preventing them from landing on vehicles and being driven across the map. That's a bit of a cheeky tactic.
Never knew about that.
No. Fix the ability to place turrets behind walls. Made placing deployables more reliable. Infiltrators will now only reveal if they throw a belt item and have ammo.
Ah.
Okay. Fix the lowered FPS when entering a vehicle with a repair gun equipped. Fix for the player doing self-damage when shooting automatic weapons at feet. Oh my god! They finally fixed that. I thought all my bullets were explosive.
Oh, I just found out what a prism mine is.
What is it?
It's what you think it is.
It's
basically it's basically a tripwire.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be quite cool.
They do look pretty cool. That's an infiltrator thing, by the way.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm looking at one now.
Flags now animate and react to the flag holder's movement. That's cool. Overhead damage numbers for the shotgun damage now properly display each impact of the spread on this victim, because as we know that was all bugged before.
Indeed.
Fix an issue where the friendly flag carrier's player's name would be off-center. Overhead damage numbers will display from damage done from a personal deployed turret to vehicle. Added a new ini setting, player shadow fade resolution, for handling the fading away of players' shadows. Player shadows should now be visible at larger distances as a result of that. So that'll be one of those things if you're still looking for ways to kind of knock down the graphics to improve performance.
Drydock really is running better now.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was on there earlier on. Fix an issue where turret animations would sometimes not orient correctly if the turret was aiming at a target behind it. Fix an issue where the overhead damage numbers would display if looking directly away from the location of the damage. Okay. And then finally, known issues. Since the update contains a massive amount of changes, we expect our test community will find a significant number of issues. Found both can be posted on the closed beta private forums. And bass boost is not in the audio settings, this will be added at a later patch. Done, right. So opinions.
Well, it's a huge change, isn't it? I mean, we lost 3 classes technically.
Yeah, I mean, you still, if you really want to play by the default loadouts, you still can play as a ranger, you still play as a scrambler, but this just adds a lot more options to it. I'm very curious to see how this is going to affect the competitive scene in the metagame.
Oh yeah. Well, no more scrambler caps for one.
Well, yeah, it's just raider capping now, isn't it?
I don't know.
Chris, how many people are going to use the shield pack over the scramble pack and stuff like that?
Doesn't seem that good though.
No, I have to play around with it. This does mean, reluctantly, that most of our guides are now a little bit redundant.
Like all of them, but it's
Near
cool.
enough for them.
We'll do them again.
We're going to do them again. So what classes do you guys want to see first of this new run? What are you curious about and so on, and we'll get those videos done for you.
In all fairness, it's probably a good thing because we can actually look at the classes and compare weapons now. It's not like, oh, you're stuck with the shotgun. You can use a
there's a lot more
rifle or
option.
something. So
There's more option available. For example, now the Pathfinder is a much more viable chasing class because it has a assault rifle, a burst rifle, but you still chase with it. It's not quite as good as the ranger one for chasing, but then you can get closer and therefore be able to hit people a bit easier. Because Pathfinders are the most mobile of all the defense units at the minute.
yeah, we might see some light defense as well. I mean, Pathfinders with the explosive nitrons could work quite well.
Honestly, I think the most likely thing that's going to happen is people just going to start exchanging a ranger, or sorry, a soldier for the Pathfinder. Now they'll run like 2 medium D, then 1 light D. But then again, with some of the heavy changes, like the Juggernaut getting the LMG, we might see some more heavy on flag.
Yeah.
Like that now
Yeah,
with the new mortar, it covers a large area, so you can kind of blanket the flag a bit better if you need to.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they could use brutes could use mines or something, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's quite good for heavy on flag. Definitely.
Yeah, I just want to see how good they are. You still lose the same thing that you lost before. You still can't chase with it. But then again, now you've got extra chasing class in the Pathfinder. So obviously the new rifle for the Sentinel might not see much play. Excuse me. Not blah 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 blah. Might not see much play as far as I'm concerned.
It doesn't seem that good.
It's more of a spraying weapon, so you can fire a lot more often and do a bit more damage than the sniper rifle at lower charge. You fire more regularly than you could with the what is it? Whatever the Sentinel rifle's called.
Oh right.
But yeah, I mean, we waited a long time for this patch. We were always bugging Bart for it in cast and stuff. So
He was very sneaky about that. He said that we would get update notes about it today, and then suddenly we actually get the whole update as well.
yeah, he did say he would not get the patch this week. Cheeky bugger.
Yeah, he lied to us.
Lied. Damn you, Bart. But yeah, I've got a video, or I'm still working on a video about how to get into the competitive scene, like where to look for teams, what positions there are, what class can play what positions, which is obviously going to be completely out of whack now. Next to this, so I have to read that part. Yeah, that'll be out soon. So if anyone's like kind of looking at how to join teams and everything, just sit tight and that'll be out soon. It is very easy to get into the competitive scene in Tribes at the minute.
Yeah, and there's not that many teams out there at the moment.
But yeah, I think there's probably about 10 or 15 active EU teams at the minute. Which, to be fair, isn't too bad when the teams have usually got about 10 people in each, when you really think about it. 150 people playing in a comp scene. In a beta isn't too bad. That's just Euro, obviously. I don't know how good the Oceanic or the American side is. And there's a lot of different tactics. Americans tend to favour tanks for some reason.
Yeah, the last tank that we saw got owned by a turret.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, it must be because the Americans are slower.
If you're watching now, then
Must be about just the EU must play as much better. That just must be a fact. Troll. Okay, and that's it then. Anything else you can think of?
not really. Just we'll get those guides up for you ASAP, guys.
Yeah, do post which ones you want to see first. 'Cause I'm just going to have to redo all of them.
Oh, and if you want to read the patch notes, check out spinfuser.org, and they're up there as well.
And obviously all matches that are streamed through Level Up, or that we cast, or that the Workers Attended guys cast, will all be announced on there as well. So if you check back there, kind of, if you go by European Standard Time, it's usually around between 7 and 9, so just check back there and they'll see if there's any matches on. And they'll link straight to the cast in there. So it's doing really well so far. It's got a nice layout. So yeah, that's it for now then.
Alright guys, I'll give you a break from watching me die horribly, and see you soon.
See you later.